Okay, let's get it. This is Driving with Myles. Who needs this? If you're new to the United States, if you're taking your DMV test, your road test, I just made a right turn, my mirror turn signal blind spot. So I'm accelerating smoothly. I've asked a request to do in-car, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. I'm scanning this intersection. We're coming up on a four-way stop. You as a beginning driver, if you're taking your DMV test, they will take you to a downtown area. One of the areas that can cause you to fail is a four-way stop. So let's apply these rules right now. The first car to get here is the first car to leave. So I'm the first car, I stop behind the stop line, I look left, I look right, I look left, and then I go up, and then I turn hand over hand into the turn. And then I turn out hand over hand. We'll go over steering and some parking. I'm gonna go ahead and hit an angle parking spot. My blinker's on, my foot's on the brake. I'm turning hand over hand to the right. And be mindful, my foot is on the brake. I turn out hand over hand, covering the brake, looking, checking. I do not want to hit the curb. So now, I'm good. I put it in park. Some road testers, DMV testers may have you honk the horn. Now, I'm in reverse. I look over my right shoulder. You can see me looking. I look left, I look right. Oh, by the way, we are on a one-way. I turn my wheel hand over hand to the right. I'm covering my brake. I'm backing back slowly, being mindful. I turn back hand over hand. So that was an angle parking maneuver. So I'm scanning, I'm looking, I'm scanning. Let's do another one. These are metered parking spots. So if you park here and don't put money in the meter, you will get a ticket. So I'm turning hand over hand. I turn back out, hand over hand. I'm covering the brake. I go up, then I'm parked. I put it in park, demonstrating control. I may have to honk my horn, so I'm looking left, looking right. I put it in reverse. I'm looking over my shoulder. You have to look. You always have to look for cars, pedestrians, animals. So I'm turning hand over hand, backing up small. This is a really small area. I turn back, hand over hand out. And I turn back, hand over hand. A lot of beginning drivers look at their steering wheel. I'm taking it slow and easy. Never park in a handicapped spot. That is the severe penalty, but I'm gonna park next to it. I'm turning hand over hand. My foot's on the brake. Again, this is a metered parking spot. I turn back, hand over hand out. I check the curb, I'm in park. Those are pretty good angle parking spots. So now I have to reverse. I have to look over my left shoulder. So I roll back, I look to my right, I look to my left, I back up small, foot's on the brake. You have to practice these low speed maneuvers. Turn back, hand over hand. Good. Now I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna do another angle parking spot. Again, metered parking spot, foot's on the brake, I go up slow, I turn back, hand over hand, I squeeze the brake, I put it in park, I'm satisfactory. So I'm looking, I'm checking, I put it in reverse. I'm covering my brake, no gas. Turn back hand over hand to the left. The rear goes to the left. The front swings out to the right. Your DMV tester, road tester are expecting you to know where the front and the rear of the car goes. I'm gonna go ahead and make a right-hand turn. Here's the stop line. I'm gonna have a complete stop for 3 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003. I look left, I look right, I look left. I go up slowly. When in the front of the car is even with the curb, then I turn hand over hand, which you can see, and then I turn out hand over hand. Now we have some alleyways and some one-way parks. I'm going to go in there and demonstrate. The first one is a one-way park going the opposite way. I can't go in that way. The second one is the one I want. My foot's on the brake, my blinker's on. I turn hand over hand into the turn. We're in America, so we stay on the right side of the road. I'm gonna make a left turn in, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn my wheel, covering the brake. I turn back, hand over hand out. Again, these are metered parking spots. This is how these metro American areas make money. Good, okay, I've looked, I've checked. I go in reverse. I turn the wheel to the left. The rear goes to the left, the front goes to the right. I'm always looking around. I turn back, hand over hand out. You have to have good control. If you have questions about hand over hand, a hand under hand, a hand to hand, please leave them in the comments. I will answer all comments. So I'm going up to the edge. I'm gonna demonstrate parallel parking next. So I'm looking to my right, I'm looking to my left. I go up to the stop sign and I'm being mindful. I stop, We're the secondary road. Rules of the right of way. I look left. I look right. I look left. Then I make my turn. I don't overturn. And once my car's out of the turn, I turn out, hand over hand. Now I'm going to demonstrate parallel park with the hand position. If you want to see the outside view, check one of my earlier videos. My four-way flashers are on. The car behind me knows what's going on. Now, I put it in reverse. My foot is on the brake. I roll back at 2, 1, and then I turn hand over hand to the right until it locks. I'm checking my mirrors. I'm looking over my shoulder. Now I turn back hand over hand to the left. To the rear the car goes in. And I'm going in slowly, checking. You may have cones here, you may have a line. This is a great parallel park. And I put it in park, and then I would honk my horn. So now I'm good. And then I pull out. I want to demonstrate this again because I'm a good role model. I turn back hand over hand to the right. I'm about 2.5 feet from the vehicle. I straighten up my wheels. I put it in reverse. I look around. I check my mirrors. My four-ways are on for teaching purposes. I roll back slowly. Halfway past the vehicle, I turn hand over hand to the right, till the wheels lock. I go in at a 45 angle. Now I turn back hand over hand to the left, till the wheels lock. I'm going in at about 1 mile an hour, checking the curb. Now I'm even, and then I'm good. That is the satisfactory parallel park. If you have more questions, leave them in the comments. Please give it a thumbs up. I'm going to continue. So I look over my shoulder. I turn back hand over hand. Now I'm going to make a left-hand turn. My blinker's on. This is the four-way stop. So I'm the last one here. Let's see if they stop. They kind of rolled it. So I'm here first. I'm going to go ahead and make my turn. I looked, and then I turned because I was here first. So now what I'm going to do is do a 3-point turnaround. I'm going to turn into the alleyway. I go up very slow. Foot is on the brake. I go up slowly. Turn back. Now, I'm the secondary street. I've got to look left and right. I'm backing up slowly. Foot's on the brake. I look left. I look right. I look left. Then I turn the wheels to the right. The rear of the car goes to the right. Out slowly. The front of the car goes to the left. And I turn back hand over hand. That is a nice maneuver. Now I'm going to back in the driveway. I'm going to reverse back. I'm looking. My blinker's on. To the right because I'm backing in to the right. I go in slow, checking my mirrors. I reverse up slowly. I straighten up my wheels, and there I am in the alleyway. That is a beautiful job. So now I'm going to turn on my left turn signal. I'm looking, I'm checking, and then I roll down. Remember, I'm the secondary road. I have to yield the right of way. So I look, I check, then I roll down, turning hand over hand, having great speed control. I turn out, hand over hand. I want to make a left-hand turn. So I stop at the stop line, have a complete stop for 3 seconds. I look left, I look right, I look left, I check. I proceed up slowly. I'm scanning, being mindful of cars and pedestrians. Then I proceed across the intersection. Now I'm gonna do a stall park spot. So I straighten my car up, and then I'm gonna make a right turn in the stall parking spot. I turn my wheel hand over hand. My foot's on the brake. Again, these are metered parking spots because this is how large metro areas in the United States make money. I'm in park. The meter is flashing 0. So I reverse. Now I look. I'm gonna put it in reverse. I look left, right, and left. I roll down. I'm looking. I turn the wheel to the left. The front wheel's to the left. The rear goes across. Now I put it back in drive. I turn back. I can't make a left turn here. You can't see the sign because you have the inside view of the car. I'm the last car here. My left blinker is on. So they have their blinker on. So I'm going to go ahead up, and then I'm going to change, and I'm going to go straight across. So I cancel my blinker. I look, I check, and then I go in really smoothly to the turn. I see the stop sign coming up again. Both hands are on the wheel. I'll show you what deductions will be at a later date about how you will lose points. This is a 4-way stop. I want to have a complete stop. I look left, I look right, I look left. I go up slowly, and then I turn hand over hand into the turn, and I turn out hand over hand. That was a pretty good assembly. I'm gonna go ahead and pull into the stall parking spot. I'm barely turning the wheels, my foot's on the brake, and we'll give a summary. If you find this of value, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe to Driving with Myles. I love you.